Greetings. So, how many of you feel that there's something missing in science that it cannot explain? Uh, Type in the comment box below what it is. And how many of you do you feel that affirmations and positive self-talk really make a big difference in your life? Type in the comments below. So, as you know, I'm doing 1,000 videos to get my YouTube career started, and I'm going to make 100 videos at a stretch to just get the hang of it. And then as I go beyond 100 videos, I'll start to produce better and with higher production value and much better research. So if you're watching this video, I would like to thank you for giving me a chance. So in this video, I'm going to talk about three things, as always. One thing, firstly, the current paradigm of reality or the way we look at the world. Number two, the law of attraction. Yes, the stuff of secrets. Number three, what would the new paradigm of science look like? So this is going to be a very quick video, and we're going to cover it in within 5 minutes to 6 minutes. It's going to be time sensitive, and why I am so fascinated about making a video about the new paradigm of science and and how it is connected with the law of attraction, like, is because in my career as an architect, as a designer, I have found that people who are in either sides of the spectrum, or one who like are a bit esoteric and they come up with these creative ideas and they're open to experiences, whereas the other side, which have like a mechanistic process, like there's a methodology and it's almost it's top down methodology. I will explain in further videos what I'm talking about, but based on my experiences in architecture and based on my experiences working as an entrepreneur in Bangalore, I have been doing some of my independent research in order to mitigate risks in some of the projects that I take. So the current paradigm of science is of a materialist, rationalistic perspective. What I mean by that is uh, something of the kind where anything which is cannot be measured is not even considered a part of reality. Therefore, you have these things like emotions and all the other stuff kept aside, and the brain and everything is seen in material terms. So, in a materialistic, rationalistic perspective, we see the world as if they're objects, and therefore human beings become objects themselves. So we are basically meat bags, and in our meat bag reality, we go around our world, and the consciousness, the mystery that several philosophers have explored in the past, it's only an illusion created by trillions of neurons connecting, wiring together, and producing an illusion of the self. Therefore, what happens here is that you have the paradigm start from physics. You have the atomic model, you have the Newtonian physics, the quantum mechanics, and all that stuff. You have on top of this foundation, this is what Elon Musk calls first principles. On top of this, you have chemistry. You have all of the elements and all the crazy chemical stuff they do. Like, obviously, I know what chemistry is. And on top of this comes biology, all the biochemical reactions and all that stuff. Like, it's built on a foundation of physics and chemistry. Beyond that, you have above biology, we put psychology. Whereas on top of this, we put consciousness. That's the pyramid now. So this model is what the current scientific paradigm follows. You have physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, and consciousness. That's how consciousness emerges. Therefore, in a paradigm such as this, concepts such as the law of attraction and concepts such as positive affirmations, positive thinking is shunned by the rationalists, the materialists, and whatnot. In fact, Mark Manson, the book which he wrote, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F and Everything is F, those kind of titles, like charming little books. Like he in one of his blog posts, like he really doesn't like the secret idea. The one I'm talking about is the book written by Rhonda Byrne. Yeah, or type in the comment box how I'm supposed to pronounce it. So Mark Manson assumes, or let's Mark Manson is actually a writer I really admire, and in his argument he talks about how the secret has turned us all into narcissists, and it has turned us into the center of our universes, manifesting, doing all kinds of crazy stuff to manifest what you want. Uh, he's very critical of the secret methodology, or if it is a methodology, right? Like that's what's called into question. So whatever you hear from me, please take it with a grain of salt, because I myself am an amateur at this, and it's all independent research where this is going. Uh, all right. So, how would the law of attraction fit into this paradigm, right? The physics, biology, you get what I mean, right? Physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, consciousness. So, it does not. Like, it is totally shunned by anybody who follows a rationalistic materialist paradigm. Because consciousness is not fundamental in this paradigm, as opposed to it, in a paradigm where consciousness, if you take it from the top and put it under the physics, like basically we consider physics as first principle, and make no mistake, right? This model has helped us tremendously. It has brought down incredible prosperity and abundance to the world, and which is great. At the same time, we don't want to throw the baby with the bathwater, right? Like there is something about the fundamental consciousness paradigm which we may discover in the coming few years. So why am I interested in this is because of people like Ben Goertzel. Right? Again, like any mistakes in the pronunciation, I apologize. I'll make sure I make it right the next time. So Ben Goertzel, he works in the singularity.com. I still have to do more research, but he's a guy who's working on researching how to come up with artificial general intelligence. So, and according to him, like he recounts an interview of the Dalai Lama where somebody asks him, like, just to explain reincarnation and how would reincarnation work. So it may seem like Dalai Lama was making a joke when he said that it's possible that the next time a soul wants to reincarnate into this world, it might take a form of a robot. This sounds funny, but if you think about it, is it possible that when we replicate the hardware required to house a consciousness, it's possible that it doesn't matter like what it is like this is basically, if you consider it in a physical perspective, a wetware system. A brain, it communicates with biochemical and biomechanical subsystems, and the neurons communicate with each other with electrical signals which go through chemical fluid. Like it's all wetware, whereas hardware is all you have electronic wiring and whatnot. Therefore it's fascinating thought, really. Like if we can, it doesn't even sound like you're merging two different things, because it seems like the rationalist materialist paradigm and the paradigm of philosophy, spirituality and stuff is far removed. However, like in thumbnail, the book that I show you is the Tao of Physics by Fritjof Capra. So like there was a movement back in the 60s 70s where people in the United States, that they were disillusioned by the current status quo, and they were like open to new things, and there was a lot of interesting new ideas and thoughts that came through. Like they were applying thermodynamics, there was a Nobel Prize physicist, I forgot his name, but he discovered that there is an exception to the second law of thermodynamics, which states that entropy keeps increasing, and and stuff like this. Fritjof Capra, I think he's a Hungarian physicist. I'm not sure. I'll do my due diligence soon enough. But in this, he talks about how modern physics and Eastern mysticism, like there are so many parallels, and this is like some of the weird things about like the new paradigm of physics. It's like some of the things in the past, I suppose, since they considered consciousness as fundamental, they're able to make some empirical observations that we may have kept aside due to lack of our, it's not fitting in the current paradigm. So stuff like psi phenomena. What does that mean? Is paranormal phenomena like telepathy, clairvoyance, which is like telepathy, is like you can communicate with the mind of somebody else without speaking or whatever, even regardless of what distance. Clairvoyance is uh, able to predict events happening in the future or beyond time without your physical presence, and more such things. It's like it comes under the paradigm of psychokinesis. Kinesis, in the sense you can manipulate things with your mind. So this is actually connected with some other books such as Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and other stuff like the power of positive thinking. So we might be heading towards this new paradigm. This might yield us results. If it does, if it doesn't, it doesn't, right? Like, it's not like I am married to this idea. I'm just fascinated by it, because if the Jedi force powers are real, then of course I would love to learn it, and it sounds super fascinating. And there's a case study where I can talk to you about, where Aurobindo, one of India's like holy man. Is he a holy man? Like he was, right? So he founded Auroville, and he used to be a freedom fighter. He used to demonstrate against the British. That there was even a point where I think there was a bomb involved. Regardless, during the First World War, when he was in wherever he was, he was in India basically, and he was trying to see that if you could manipulate the events of the war using his own mind, psychokinesis, and he has several journal entries where he documents this process, which is actually fascinating in itself. So, there are several philosophers who call this the spectral revolution. One of them is Jason Reza Giorgiani, which I've been following his stuff, and I've been reading a couple of his books. So there's a lot to learn about here. There's a new ways to think about here. We will explore this in the next couple of videos, and I'll keep digging till I find something. So I hope. Hey, thank you if you watched so far. I am trying to look for a way where I could create content which makes a difference in people's lives based on research, and how best to impact you in like the most little time as possible. So in the next few videos, I'll try to make it shorter, and I'll try to see if I can like make it as action packed as possible. And for those of you who want to see more of this exploration happening, like type in the comments below anything that you want to look into, any suggestions of books and stuff. And I thank you. I'll see you soon. This was fun.